guys, today I did a look using the latest Book of Shadows from Urban Decay that looks like this. It's got the butterflies on it. It was requested a while back before I moved to do a look using the color Blue Bust from the palette, which is kind of like a blue purple. It's the first shade in the first column, which I will just show you very quickly. And I will show you again throughout the tutorial, but it's this color here. And so basically I created a look that was requested. I think it came out really pretty. It's nice if you're going for a holiday party or if you're just, you know, wanting to wear something bright and funky for the day. All the products, as usual, that I use for the rest of my face, like my blush and lip products, will be towards the end of the video. Also, info for where to purchase this palette if you don't have it will be listed below, so there will be a link to the Urban Decay website. Link to my Twitter is also there, so if you haven't followed me on Twitter, go ahead and do so you get the daily updates. Also, if you're watching this video and this is the first video in my channel that you've come across, welcome to my channel, and I hope that you enjoy this video and the other videos that I've created for all of you. And if you haven't subscribed, click that button above my head and do so because it is free and you have access to all of my videos. And if you want to see how I did this blue, purple, and brown look, then keep watching. Alright, so the first thing that you want to do is apply some type of primer. I'm going to use the Nubile Paint Pot from MAC simply because I want this color to stand out a little bit more. I noticed that some of these shadows you do have to work with them a little bit to get them to show up a little bit more pigmented, which is kind of weird for Urban Decay because they're pretty known for having pretty pigmented colors. So I'm going to use this Nubile, which is just like a soft pink shade, and looks like that. Mine has a little hole in it. But I'm just going to take that on my ring finger and just apply that all over my lid. Just a very light layer. You can use a white base or a black base if you wanted to, so this purple stands out. Or if you just don't want to use any colored bases, you could just use the primer potion that actually comes in the palette. And I'm going to use a MAC 239 brush. I started using the E55 on the other eye, and I noticed that I had to switch to a brush to actually really pack on that color. And I'm hoping that the lighting is a little bit better. I changed my light bulbs. So the first color is called Blue Bust, which is this color here. And it's more like a blue purple, not so much a true purple like Gravity, which is in the next row down. So taking a 239 or a flat shader brush of your choice, pick up that color and really just pack on this eyeshadow right on the lid, all over the lid. And with the tip of that brush, you just want to kind of pull that color up onto the brow bone just a little bit. And I want to create that rounded shape. I don't know if I should bring my light up a little bit. So creating that kind of rounded shape. And don't worry if it's messy because we're going to blend that out. Taking a E25 brush that looks like that. It's kind of like a fluffy brush. I'm going to go right on the outer edge. I don't want to blend that color on the lid. I just want to go right around the outer part of the color just to kind of fade it up towards my brow bone. Alright, and then I'm going to use a brush. This is the rounded crease brush. It's the Italian Badger, I think, from Coastal Scents. But it's just a small little crease brush. I'm going to use two shades for my brow highlight. I'm going to mix Skimp and Zephyr, which are the bottom two colors. Skimp is more of like a buttercream color, and then Zephyr is like a golden white shade. So I'm mixing both of them with a fluffy dual fiber brush so that it's not so frosted on the brow bone area. So with that brush, just kind of go right underneath this whole area here. And I'm also going to take some of that and bring it down here in the lower lash line. Got something on my eyelash. So just blend that until you get a good even layer of that kind of golden sheen there. Now for the crease, I'm also going to mix 2 shades from the palette. I'm using a pointed crease brush. This is the rounded crease brush number 13 from the Sephora Professional. As you can see, it's tapered and it has a little bit of a point. I'm going to mix Lost, which is this brown here, like a metallic brown, with Bust, which is a taupe shade. And I'm only going to do this on the outer third of the eye, and I'm only going to bring it in about almost halfway, not quite so much, into the crease. So you apply the color, and then just kind of blend this circular motions, and then start pulling that color into just about there. And if you wanted to, you can bring this out a little bit just to create a little bit of a cat eye effect. And then with the same brush from before, the E25 that you used to blend, go right around this outer part here just to kind of blend it and pull that color a little bit down because you don't want it to be too high onto the brow bone. So once you have that blended, you're going to have to work with it a little bit, especially if you pick up too much, like I did. And then you can just slightly bring it out just a bit. You can wipe off that brush and kind of just blend that together. I'm going to pick up the same brush, the 239. I'm going to put some more of that blue bust shade on my lid because it's starting to look a little bit faded here. So as you can see, it's definitely more pigmented now than it was before. So you just have to really work with this color. Not my favorite shade in the palette, by the way, to work with. So just pack that on here. And kind of overlap right here in the center of the lid, the purple, the blue bust, and the brown, and then take your blending brush, a clean blending brush, and just kind of go around the outer. And it just helps kind of blend and kind of incorporate those two colors together so it doesn't look so funky, just purple and then brown. Now for the lower lash line, I'm using the MAC 219. It's a pencil brush. I'm going to use the same combination of the browns, Lost and Bust, on the tip of the brush. And I'm going to bring that right on the lower lash line. And I want to do a connection here so it looks like it goes from here and it swoops down. And I'm going to bring that all the way in. Next, I'm going to wipe the brush off and pick up that blue bust shade again. And I'm going to go over that with the purple. And then with my finger, I'm just going to blend right underneath it so it doesn't look like a harsh line, so it just looks a little bit more smoky underneath there. And I'm going to add some more of the highlight shade right in this inner corner. And bring it to meet that purple and brown mixture that we did. I'm going to tight line my upper and lower waterlines with the MAC Fluid Line, which is just a black gel liner. Yeah, I just dropped it. And I'm going to just use an eyeliner brush. Just any brush would work just fine. So I'm going to go right underneath here. If you're wondering, I'm using the EO5 from Sigma. It's a nice pointed liner brush. Oh, I got it on my contact, great. And I'm also going to do my lower waterline. And for the lower waterline, you want to kind of mush the gel liner into the base of your lashes so it creates a really thick lash line effect. So it's not just the waterline that's lined. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the liquid liner that came in the palette, and it's the 24/7 waterproof liquid liner in Perversion. My camera will focus so you guys can see. Well, there it is. And it's a brush tip, which is not my favorite, but it's pretty easy to apply. I'm going to do a slight little wing on the outer corner of my eye. And what I like to do is take it and just kind of wipe off the excess, because you do get a lot of product on the tip of it. And as you can see, it's a really fine brush tip. So you can get a really thin, precise line, and then also you can thicken it up by going over it a couple times. So I'm going to do this, and then we will continue with the look. Now the next step to complete the eye is to apply some mascara. I'm just using the CoverGirl Lash Blast. Alright, so the eyes are done. For my blush, I wanted something very kind of neutral and not anything too pink or too peach or too bronzy. So the perfect color for me in that, to fall in between that kind of category where it's neutral, is Exposed Blush by Tarte. And it's just a, if I can turn my light down, there you go. It's just like a nice kind of rosy tan shade. And I'm using my Sonia Kashuk blush brush. It's the one with the white handles. And I'm just tapping the excess off on the back of my hand. And just applying that to the apples of my cheek and blending it backward to my hairline. Alright. For my lips, I wanted to keep it kind of nude, the same with the blush. I'm going to line my lips with the Urban Decay 24/7 Lip Pencil in Illegal, which is just a nice kind of nude shade. So I'm going to just quickly line my lips. Doesn't have to be too precise and perfect. It's just very quick and easy. And if you're doing this lip pencil step like I am, you could use the same pencil and kind of fill in your lips. A good tip, if you want your upper lip to look a little bit fuller, what you can do is take it and, sorry you can hear my dogs, you can take it and line right on the edge where it's almost on your skin of in this area here, right on the outer edge, and what that does, it makes your upper lip look fuller, especially for those who have a smaller upper lip. And I'm going to use my NYX Pumpkin Pie lipstick, which is just like a nice kind of nude shade. If you don't have this one, a good alternative would be the not creme de nude, but the soft nude from Revlon. It looks like that. It's just a nice kind of nude shade. And I don't know about these lights, so let me know if it looks better with these lights or you rather have the brighter lights. And then to top off for gloss, I'm going to use the Stila Lip Glaze in Vanilla, just for a little bit of a shine. And that is it. That completes the look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you don't have these colors, all you have to do is find something similar, like a bluish purple, a brown with a taupe shade to mix. You can even use drugstore brands. I've seen plenty that look very similar to these. They're not all that unique, so you can find dupes for them. Yeah, so this is the look. I'm going to get closer so you guys can see the finished look. It's just, I think it's really pretty. It's perfect if you're going to a holiday party. It's a jewel tone holiday look if you wanted, or just to kind of wear something brighter. It's been a while since I've worn a bright eyeshadow, so it's kind of different for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.